We're in revenue. We've had 11 international jurisdictions approved for the platform, whether that be the dental membrane or the nerve product. We're into the US, then Canada, Thailand. We're actually awaiting Brazil for our Striate, the dental product. So the regulatory team are busy as hell. The distribution team the same.
Orthocell Chairman John van der Wielen joins me now in the Proactive studio to discuss the FDA's green light to start sales of nerve repair product Remplir in the multi-billion-dollar US market. John, it's good to see you.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan.
So let's talk through this approval. Can you talk me through what it means for the company and Orthocell's go-to-market strategy in the US now?
Yeah, sure. So the first thing I should say, it's particularly pleasing to be able to front the cameras on an announcement like this, because not many people would have thought with the current US turmoil, a company like ours could achieve FDA clearance. And it just exemplifies how good the regulatory team are at Orthocell, how strong the clinical data is. Mm-hmm. So particularly pleased, got the approval. That allows us access to what is the world's largest health market. Our nerve repair, which is world leading, and we own the manufacture of that process. We're up, we're ready, we've got staff in the US, and we should now be very quick to sale. So the team's pretty excited.
And I do want to talk about that distribution just quickly. Distribution partnerships you're being finalised. Can you talk me through what they're looking like?
Yeah, so first thing is we've already got our own people on the ground. We'll have a hybrid model. So we've now appointed smaller state-based distributors at this stage. So we'll hit the ground running, we'll have sales quickly. And then over time, we will look for longer term, more exclusive distribution arrangements as we've done with our dental product. But we've got the logistics set up right. So we've got our people, we've got the warehouse up and running and distribution ready. A big reminder too for people, this product does not need temperature control. It has a 3-year shelf life. So literally we could post-package it and have it in the US tomorrow. So again, we're ready to go. We've been working on the US for several years now, and I think that's an important difference with Orthocell. We haven't just got the FDA clearance. We're now up and running. We've already spent a significant amount of money, and we're ready to start to distribute into the hospitals and surgeons.
So as you say, you've got the existing products. How does the products compare to others in that US nerve repair market?
Well, we think it's a leading product. The interesting thing that what happens today when a nerve is either damaged or severed, about 80% of the repairs that take place are still suturing, which is quite an old-fashioned technique. Our wrap technology, which is a collagen soft wrap that wraps around the nerve to help it rejoin, is something that's very unique. So not only will we take market share off our competitors because we have a superior product, part of this will also be an innovation into the new end of the market, which is surgeons deciding no longer to suture a nerve, but to wrap it with our collagen platform.
And I want to talk about those projected sales volumes as well. You touched on that just a second ago. What are those projected volumes for the first 12 months post-launch?
Yeah, so firstly, it's important to state we're already in revenue in Australia with growing quarterly revenue and on a really healthy run rate. Now, when we add the US, obviously that comes in US dollars. We actually retail the product for the same dollar in terms of unit measurement, but essentially the US dollar is 50% higher than the Australian. So we achieve a 50% additional margin in Australia. Sales will be quick. We anticipate announcing those relatively soon that we'll be getting our first sales. And we think the company will come into cash flow profitability inside of 2 years. So we don't want to predict sales yet, but to give you we've done 2,000 procedures in Australia with this product. We estimate the US market between 20 and 30 times that size. So a similar penetration, obviously, the sky's the limit in terms of revenue, but we'll control that well, maintain our cash trajectory. The company's got $32 million of cash. So we're strong on the balance sheet, more than enough to get us in and through development into the USA, and really looking forward to the next couple of quarters.
So John, strong in Australia, just launched in the US, and you're looking at Canada, Thailand, European Union. The sky's the limit, it seems like.
Correct. These will all follow quite quickly. So it's again, this has turned from what was years ago a blue sky company into something that is actually now at commercial stage. So we're in revenue. We've had 11 international jurisdictions approved for the platform, whether that be the dental membrane or the nerve product. We're into the US, then Canada, Thailand. We're actually awaiting Brazil for our Striate, the dental product. So the regulatory team are busy as hell. The distribution team the same. And what investors can now understand, this company spent nearly $80 million to date. So the costs are sunk. We're now into revenue and then soon into profitability. So it's been a great turnaround. The share price was some 35 cents 2 years ago. I think today we're getting close to $1.60, and we've got revenue incoming from the US. So it's gone from a small biotech to now a commercial, real company that I think people should take a good look at now, and over the next few years it should be something of significance.
Yeah, it's a great story and certainly plenty to look forward to as well. So, John, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.